And Brady. I'm here with Charlie Giancarlo, who is the chairman and CEO of Pure Storage. Charlie, good to see you.
Oh, good to see you as well. Thank you.
I think you are my first standing interview this week. I want to just not to. I know we're talking about the company, but I hope you're comfortable there.
You have me in my normal stance. I stand all the time. I have a standing desk. I'm a big pacer when I'm talking on the phone, which I prefer, frankly, over Zoom if there's no presentation. I'm pacing all the time, so it's just I get restless.
Fast-moving industry, and of course, much healthier for the body. So good for you. Well, listen, I want to start. Data centers was it 2% of global energy, I believe, goes into data centers. Much of it's storage. Do you sort of feel like you are the villain or the hero, or neither, when it comes to sustainability? And because obviously we're going to be needing more of your services in the future as we get into AI and just the volume of data that we're processing.
Yeah, well, in our case, we're definitely the hero. And just to give you a sense of that, Pure Storage was founded on the belief that flash storage, which is a semiconductor, it's the same storage that you have in your iPhones, was going to take over the world in terms of data storage. Now, even today, even though that it's done so largely on high performance applications, 90% of the world's data is still on magnetic storage, including everything in the hyperscaler. Our technology literally uses 1/10 of the space, power, and cooling of magnetic storage. So, the big data
Can I unpack that a little bit for the layperson? Magnetic storage. Who are the big names in magnetic storage? Like, I just want to kind of right size, because when I hear that, I obviously think about storage on my phone, but I don't know about the ecosystem. Go ahead.
Seagate, Western Digital, people that are a little bit older will remember they used to have external hard drives. If you're a little bit older than that, you used to have a hard drive even in your laptop computer. Nowadays, laptop computers are all flash. But most of the data storage in enterprises, for mass storage, and 90% of the storage in hyperscalers is magnetic storage, because it's been historically cheaper. But now we're at the point where we can replace that with so-called flash storage. And as I mentioned, it's 1/10 of the space, power, and cooling. Now, the big data centers pay dozens of people a lot of money every year to try to reduce the data center power requirements by 0.5%. And by simply replacing magnetic storage now with flash, they could reduce the data center footprint by 20%. So we're talking about a massive amount of power savings and space savings, which is just as important in data centers.
So let me ask you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry. If you'll finish your thought.
No. This is your interview. I just finished.
Well, one of the questions that I have is really Pure Storage. I understand it's a B2B company. When you think about having a seat at the table, what is it that you want investors to know about your company? Like, what is it that's going to get you on the radar as they're thinking about where to put their money? I'm just going to start with, because there's many different stakeholders you have, but one of the big stakeholders is people betting on your future and betting on your growth.
Right. We are very fortunate in we've had a steady set of long-term shareholders now for many years who've actually believed in our mission. And I have to tell you, as a CEO, there's nothing better than having investors who believe in your mission. And our mission is really to completely transform the nature of enterprise data storage. So what does that mean? Well, data storage is really relegated to the back rooms, if you will. It is very fragmented. It turns out to be quite complicated. And all of the major players in the industry had stopped investing in it quite a long time ago, relegating it to a commodity, saying it's a commodity business, so we just want it to be cheap. We're not going to invest a lot of money in it. And it doesn't operate the way that you and I as consumers interact with storage today. When we interact with storage, we go to the cloud, and if we want
it'll
more,
cost you.
It'll cost you, but it's not a lot of trouble. You just put more on there,
Yeah.
right? Whereas in the enterprise, if you want more, it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of analysis that goes into it because different types of storage, high performance, low performance, different different protocols require completely different systems,
Yeah.
and that makes it complicated. We are the one company now that can deliver a single platform, with a single software environment, one set of what are called APIs to program to, for all of an enterprise company's storage needs. And one last thing, we make it inside that company look like a cloud of storage, as opposed to lots of fragmented environments.
Well,
And so
go ahead.
yeah,
No,
we
go
call
ahead.
it the cloud operating model. And we allow our customers to operate their data, to manage their data like a cloud of data, which sounds like it should have been done a long time ago, and it probably should have. But we're the first ones to enable this for
Well,
major corporations.
let's